7th of April today, and it's the morning, and as you can see the sun's not shining today. We're having drizzle this morning, which is a bit of a shame, but we do need a bit of rain, so I suppose I shouldn't really complain. But I'm hiding in the greenhouse all nice and warm and snug, and what I'm going to sow today are celeriac. Now I like celeriac. It is the ugliest vegetable ever. No offence to celeriac, but it is. It should be about, the bulb should be about that sort of size, about the size of a grapefruit, maybe slightly bigger. The tops, the leaves at the top taste like celery, and the root at the bottom gets bigger, it swells up. And it's really good roasted. It's lovely. You need to sow your celeriac March and April time. Last year I left mine too late, and it just didn't have time to grow big enough. So it was a bit of a waste of space last year. But the year before that it did really, really well. So get it in as soon as you can in March. Obviously if it's far too cold, then leave it for a little bit, but try and get it in before at least the middle of April. But I'm going to show you how to sow this. Okay, so you need to start them off in a little seed tray. So just fill that seed tray to the top, or just under, actually just under to the top, with multi-purpose compost, and then just gently pat it down. And once you've done that, just give it a little bit of water. Now wait for that water to soak down, and then you can start sowing your seeds. Now this variety is called Monarch. You tend to, or I tend to find that celeriac doesn't have many bugs that attack it, or it doesn't seem to get many diseases, so it is a lovely, easy vegetable to start to grow. You'll be harvesting it anywhere between August, September, all the way through to about December, but the leaves will die back at the end of the season, so just be aware of that. Now there's 250 seeds in this packet. I can't see that all of them will germinate, and looking at them it does look like there isn't 250, but I'm sure there is. Here are the seeds. They are very, very tiny. They're very similar to celery seeds because they come from the same family. Okay, so very, very small. So I'll just sprinkle those over the damp compost. Okay, if any of them are too close together, don't worry. I won't put all of these in because there are so many. So I'll put the rest back in the packet and use those next year. Now once you've put your seeds on, all you need to do then, because the seeds are very, very tiny, you need to put a very, very small amount of compost on the top. Okay, make sure you don't get any lumpy bits of compost on top there, because otherwise the seeds won't be able to push through. Okay, don't pat the compost down, just leave it nice and loose like that, so that the little seedlings will find it much easier to push through. So all I'll do now is I'll label them. If you are sowing these in early March, I would suggest putting a propagator lid over the top, but as it's early April, it's slightly warmer now, so I won't bother putting a propagator lid over the top unless frost is forecast. But they're in the greenhouse, so they should be fairly protected, but I'll just label them and then I know what they are. Now, because those seedlings are very, very tiny, do be very careful not to over water them. I most probably won't water these for a couple of days because the soil underneath will be quite damp. If you overwater them, all the seeds will rot and then they won't start shooting. So hopefully in about 2 to 3 weeks time they'll start coming through the soil, and I'll hopefully be able to show you those when they come through. But that's the celeriac, and I'll keep you updated on its progress. So fingers crossed it does really well, because I think it's a wonderful vegetable to use, very underused and very underrated, but very, very good. Well, I hope you found that useful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.